them dynamically. They knew as soon as they were under threat.
All right, so while we were cut away watching Team Gold Glove, Fem failed 40. They're trying another attempt at that. Meanwhile, Gold Glove is going to pull ahead. They're now on level 41 now. What happens at level 41, Rod? What's the strategy here?
In terms of enemies now, it's going to go back to a smaller set of enemies. You know, you're going to have the trackers again, and you're going to have the basic robots or the basic drone. So you really want to get into, again, you want to set up. You really want to go in and set up and start putting in some barriers and start building it up. So that's the big thing I think we need to see on Gold Glove's side if they're going to make a run for it, is they really start to put down those laser barriers again, set up the turret again. You saw it was working really well in the high 30s.
Yeah.
So if they're going to carry this all the way to 50, I think they really need to put down those laser barriers, put down a couple of turrets, and then just sort of like settle in.
So we've got Acid, we've got Smoke Grenadier. Yeah, that's you see, you know what? He's still hungry. He's still hungry for a double kill.
Yeah, he's coming for 3. Nope, they took down the Swarm Grenadier. So
now I'm a little worried about Team FemStep. I'll tell you why, Rod. I'm looking at their strategy, which we've been calling scrappy, but we saw the amount of damage that those two sentries were putting into the bosses.
Right.
We don't see those sentries here, and I'm really worried.
They just, like I said, FemStep has just been doing it on pure grit, and pure willpower and pure player skill. They haven't really gone into and really focused on the fortifications. I think their fabricators are a little underpowered because of it, so they're not getting the super high power to level 4 sentries to be able to bring to bear on this stuff. So they've been doing it all on just like bouncing around and just great, as great players. But I think to get through to 50, you really need to rely on your fortifications. So you can see they've already putting up their laser fences that's adjusted. I think they need to, they're a little low on money, so once they get some money, or energy back, I think what they want to look at is getting some shock sentries happening. I think they want some long-range sentries to work for you.
They're trying to use this little cubby hole in the back very effectively, and sometimes it works, but I'm telling you, if the enemies get in there, then it just becomes a death alley.
Yeah, it's a great place to get out of fire. Like, it's with double accuracy, double damage, and now they're actually at 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage.
Right.
Like, you just don't want to be out in the open, and it's something that you see, again, these competitive players, they're used to kind of staying mobile, and sometimes that can really hurt you if you're not just sort of hunkering down in cover and playing from position like Gold Glove right there. Like, because he's out in the open, he's taking more damage and he's not firing from a cover position.
But you can see Gold Glove using his excellent sniper skills here. Got 2 or 3 kills in a row there, and that really helped the team out.
Yeah, and one of his choices before he went in the match, he chose the explosive headshot skill, which is like an epic card, an epic skill for the sniper. And that splash damage can have such a big impact. You're not just taking it 1, you can be taking it 2, 3, 4 enemies at a time with that.
Look at all that energy sitting out there in the midfield, Rob.
I know, it's just taunting the scout. Go get the energy, go get the energy.
See the engineer starting to repair and refill the turrets off to the left.
But he's almost out of energy, so they're down to 570s. They're going down even lower now.
It's now down to 328.
Yeah, we need to get that scout out there. I don't know if the scout is dead. It might be the scout might be dead here.
Yeah.
Which is really going to hamper their ability to go beyond. Like right now, the fabricator's empty, and they really need to get the scout back in play to be picking up all that energy.
Okay, get out of there.
So there we go. There's the scout. Now the scout is just going to start cleaning the house.
Now we got to keep that scout alive, get out and get that Gold Glove down.
Enforcer taking out Gold Glove here, but he's down right by the fabricator. So the problem is that if he's not the first, and I don't think he is, they don't have enough money to bring him back. Enough energy, sorry.
I'm Cody just picked it up. He's going in. Let's see if they're going to spend the money or are they going to hold on to it.
Come on. Only 2 left. 2 left.
It is.
There we go.
Nice.
Sentries did the work for them there, I think.
Yeah, and how? That's, again, the importance of the sentries, the importance of putting up your barriers.
Oh, and it's just carnage as we switch over.
We see Team FemStep, they've been trying, they've been playing real scrappy, they close the lead like nothing we've ever seen before, but they just don't have the barriers in place. They just don't have those sentries, and I'm really worried about them going into the later game.
Yeah, I think time's running out on them. I think they got behind the curve again, but they're carrying 24,000, so I don't know what the engineer's thoughts are, like how they're, I don't know how Prince is guiding their team to architect their defenses, but this sort of using their competitive skills is gonna, they can only carry them so far.
So we see Team FemStep there. Yeah, they failed on 40. We're going to switch back over to Team Gold Glove. They're now at 42. They're increasing their lead, 42 ahead.
Yeah, they're two-way. You see one of the new features there where when you spot an enemy, if you use TACOM, you can actually see them through walls.
Yeah, that is a brand new feature. Watching Horde 3.0 on Gears of War 4 coming out in October. Real exciting time for Gears fans. They're going to be, I can tell I'm going to be playing a lot of this, Rod.
Yeah, me too. It's my favorite way to play Gears. That's once I'm done with the campaign.
We're down to, see, all of a sudden we're seeing these guys come in, and we're not even at 5 left yet, and they're already aggressively pushing in.
Yeah,
on
there's nothing slowing them down, right?
No,
like they've built up everything behind them, so they're trying to push the limit and kind of walk into the neutral zone, but they just don't have the barriers to slow down that attack.
Yeah, I mean, they should have a barrier right, right near those stairs, right where they're right now.
And they might want to move the sentries up a little bit. Like when they're not under threat from the boss, moving them forward to have a little bit longer range would be a good idea here. See, even like with 2.5 damage, 2.5 accuracy, that idea of just standing above cover, with the mulcher, it just doesn't work.
I'm having this deja vu now. This is kind of what happened in Aliens, if you remember. The second one, they had these turrets downstairs. Right. This is all I can think of, right? You're watching it tick down. The excitement is right there.
Well, the left side is a little low on ammo, so the engineer needs to get on that one.
So that you can see that's the blue line on the bottom, right?
That's correct. The blue line is ammo. Top line is health. And you can actually, with your skills, you can actually get bonus, like an extra more than 100%, like 120% health. Depending on what skills you equip, will depend, the strength of your fortifications, how fast they fire, how much ammo you can put into them, how much health they have. All this thing is dictated by the skills you choose as an engineer.
You see, the engineer is really doing his or her job here. They're in there, they're refilling, they're repairing, they're buffing these things as best they can to get them where they need to be.
Yeah, and it's just a trick of using the scout to go just far enough to get enough energy to keep the engineer fed. If you get 0 on the fabricator, that's going to be a problem.
Nice, 42.
There we go, 42.
Team Gold Glove has 42. They've now increased the lead. Let's switch back over to the other team. We'll see how they're doing.
Oh, it's going to be carnage.
Oh well, let's give them a break. I guess we'll stay with Team Gold Glove here.
Yeah, so it's the notion of we've got to be able to fight back on the. Gotta get that stuff up. She's just too strong of a player to not be a part of it.
Yeah. The
Snatcher got her.
Yeah,
the thing is, you got to watch that tail.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too early to call this game. Anything can happen. We've seen it all night long. This has been an amazing ride. Gold Glove's going into wave 43. As you can see, the enemy health, accuracy, everything is 2.5. And I want to be clear, Rod, is that, sure, the enemy health may be 2.5 times, but your weapons are not now doing 2.5 times damage, right?
No, I mean, but the thing is, like, again, it's your skill that you bring to it is that the reason, in previous Gears of War, with previous Horde mode, at a certain point when you got to 2.5 health, a sniper couldn't headshot anymore. It took 2-3 shots to do a sniper headshot. Now with the skills and being able to upgrade your shots, you can actually still do headshots in wave 50. Like, this is one of the great things about this new mode. And being able to use skills and upgrade your skills is you can actually continue your play style. You don't just fall back by a later wave to one style of play. You can actually still continue to play your role.
Yep. I got to tell you, these turrets are worth their weight in gold right now. They are doing some serious work.
Yeah, that's what I think. I said I think Gold Club under Ryan's tutelage is really set up well with the fortifications, and so I think they have a good shot at going a decent distance on this. I think they're gonna run into some trouble around 47 when we get the Guardians and the Sentinels even more pushing.
Yeah. If we get a Sentinel back here in this little area, this little courtyard, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, what's happening now? Like the Sentinel's a rocket launcher throwing in missiles, right? So that splash damage is going to wreak havoc on a small space. So it can get a little tricky. Again, it's nice to have only 2 points of entry, but that also means you're only 2 ways to get out of there if things get tricky. So
it's fascinating to see these turrets. We saw them. They each have about 26 or 27 kills. They're pretty much even.
Yeah, they're covering both sides for sure.
Just joining us, you're watching Horde 3.0 on Gears of War 4, which is coming out in October. It's at PAX Arena. You're watching some incredible gameplay right now. This has been an incredible evening, and I don't even know what to say. I'm almost running out of words, Rod.
Come on, you could have more words than that. I know you.
I have a few more words.
I mean, it's just great to see this caliber of play. Right? I mean, one of the things we have these kind of great players, and it just shows the depth of the mode to me, honestly. That's what it shows that there's more here than just like, oh, I'm a top of the competitive player board. I can go in and wall bounce and Nasher my way through Horde. It's not about that.
No.
You know, Horde is a different play style. It's a defensive play style. It's a survival play style. When you're playing on Insane, you know, you're grinding through it, and it's just a different way to play it. It's a fun way to play. It's very team-based. You have to be communicating. You have to be coordinating. You have to be collaborating. And it just makes it so much fun to work together to play.
We have no room for lone wolves here in Horde, I'll tell you that.
That's right. There you go, and see Gold Glove with 43.
43.
I said I think they'll get through the first 41, 2, 3, 4 pretty well. 45 with when the drone elites come in and the chain stars start revving up. I think we're gonna see a few more surprise chainsaws in the back, which is the problem.
Well, the one thing that concerns me as I look at this is they've got they don't have much in the bank.
No, they've been using all their energy to repair, which is understandable because they spend it all on those 2 level 4 sentries. But they're doing everything they can to keep them alive.
But we see an interesting bonus objective just shot up. They need to get 7 headshots in this, and Gold Glove has been really, really on fire with a sniper tonight.
Yeah, if anybody could do it, it's Gold Glove.
Yeah.
I mean, he's picked up a rocket launcher, which I understand why he's doing that. But again, I would give that to Oscar and let the heavy do what the heavy does.
Yeah,
it looks like he's doing.
And Gold Glove is now, if he gets that bonus, we're going to get some great stuff here, and that's going to set him up for the next few waves.
Yeah, I would go so far as to say this is critical at this point to get those 7 headshots because they're really going to need whatever those airdrop trades have. So there's one.
Didn't register.
There it is.
There we go.
That was a body shot. The tracker's not going to help. No headshots on the tracker.
Nope.
So it's going to be hard to, they're going to have to actually push out a little bit because if they stay too far back, the sentries are going to clear it all up. And there won't be any headshots there.
They have to just get far enough. He's got 2 already. 2-7. It's also using one of the new snipers here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the M-Bar. That's the robot, the DB sniper rifle. It doesn't have a scope because
robots don't need scopes.
There we go.
3 of 7. He's almost halfway to this bonus objective, which is going to set him up with some nice crates.
Yeah, he's got 4.
He's got 4. I think he's got his eye on this. He knows that he needs this.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's absolutely critical. There's another one. There's 5. 2 more. They just got to push away from the sentry.
We still have plenty of enemies left in this wave to do it, so.
Yeah, getting juvie headshots is really hard because of their mobility. So you should really focus on the DBs. You switch to the snub pistol here to try to get.
Again, there's those turrets saving their bacon time and time again.
Putting in rocket launcher shots. Under fire. Needs 2 more headshots.
2 more headshots, and he'll get a couple of crates, right?
Yeah, they'll get 2 airdrops in, and then they can choose when to use it. Whether they want to use it earlier to try to help push closer to 50, or whether they want to save it to actually for the push at 50.
And I want to point out, we're watching Gold Glove play, but anybody on the team can get those headshots.
That's correct. Anybody, I mean, you can get a Nasher headshot. You've seen Boomer headshots or Boomshot headshots. So it's not just the sniper. It's just obviously easier.
Sure. Yeah, they're really worried about the Sentinel coming in here. If that Sentinel gets in and gets inside their wire, they're going to be a little bit in trouble.
Well, that was with Gold Glove, who did the smart thing there. He grabbed the salvo, he took out that Sentinel, so he didn't have to worry about it. Now he can go back to focusing on headshots. So here's a clear one right here.
Here's an easy headshot.
Going to give it to him? No.
No, he's not.
He's going to go for it? No. Why is he going for the rocket? No.
That's unfortunate.
He needed to go after those 2 headshots.
He did. So if they bring him back, then they can do that, but I don't know if they have enough money to bring him back, or if they brought anybody back yet, have they?
I don't think they have.
Gold Glove.
The Deadeye Sniper is with that M-Bar, again, 2.5 damage, 2.5 accuracy. You got to be really careful when the snipers are in play.
We saw that you know, he was making tremendous progress against that bonus objective in the upper left-hand corner with the headshots. Gold Glove is a real solid sniper, and he did a lot of that damage. I just don't know if they, unless they bring him back, I don't know if the team's going to be able to get this bonus
They have
objective.
3 left, and someone just picked up the M-bar. So there's the one. They get the headshot. There's another one.
There we
6.
go.
They have 2 enemies. They need 1 headshot.
Okay, so this is going to be...
They have 2 opportunities. And I think that was it. I think that was
There
7.
we go.
They did it
That's
with
huge.
1 enemy left.
That is huge. That is going to set them up very, very nicely for later on.
Yeah, they just got 2,000 extra energy. They just got a bunch of airdrops.
Look at that. They started off the match at like 300 energy. They're now at 13,000.
Yeah, and they've got a bunch of free weapons and other supplies right there waiting for them. So
there you go.
That was
That's
impressive.
level 44.
That was great.
Team Gold Glove is marching on to 50, the first to 50. You're watching this right now. Gears of War 4, Horde 3.0. We're going to swing over to FemStep and see how those guys are doing. What wave are they on? They are on wave...
They're still 40.
They're still 40, okay.
Yeah, like it's that momentum turn, right? Like I said, one of the things you really have to set yourself up for, and we saw it with the strategy that Gold Glove did, was with Ryan's strategy of like bank it all and then put down 2 really large sentries and just sort of fight your way through it. And we saw actually, well, I mean, FemStep did it first. That's how they got through 20. They just you know, they grinded on wave 20 and then broke through and opened up that dam, and then just their player skill alone took them all the way to 40.
So now you had warned us early on something's going to happen at 45.
This is where you start seeing that drone elite. You know, it's a really fast-moving, aggressive swarm drone who has the Lancer. So you're not going like, oh, I got DB&O'd, someone come get me. This is, oh, I've been chainsawed, I'm dead, and I'm out.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
you're going to see a big push by these drone elites.
It's like we've got somebody down.
And they're going to be super aggressive. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens here.
We've got at least 2 down right now. All right, we've got to get that up. Here, look, again, I cannot overstate the importance of those sentry turrets.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have, because the enemies are not really shooting at, like when they get close enough to a fortification, they'll melee it and they'll bash at it. They don't actually go target it the way they target a player.
Right.
So they can sit out there and throw a lot of damage without having necessarily being shot back.
We've got a couple of people down here. We've got to get them up.
Yeah, we're starting to see the
sentries
are getting low on ammo. So if the engineer is the guy down, then they're not going to have anybody to go out there and actually keep those sentries fed.
And those sentries can just be sitting there completely useless if they're drained.
Yeah, we'll see them if their barrel points to the ground, that means they're out. You can see that blue bar. Basically, that's, and there we go. I think both sentries are now out.
So you can see the blue bars below are missing.
Yeah, and they're pointed down to the ground. They're
like, hey, help me out. So we need an engineer to get in there, get those turrets popped off.
Oh, FemStep is back on.
FemStep, they've hit that 40 wall. They're trying to get past it.
Yeah, it's tough too. Like I said, I think they have to go back to the strategy they used for 20. I think they've got to play a lot of keep away. I think they've got to rotate around and work as a team. But they're in a real tough spot. We've got
5 enemies left, which means they're going to start running in, right, Rod?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to see some even more aggressive enemies coming. Fortunately, if you can get inside the red barriers,
here he comes. You can see him running in now.
There you go. See, they get held up, and so that's really what you want to. You got to get inside that barrier.
All right, we've got 1 enemy left. We've got 14, almost 15,000.
Probably going to take it out, so they're not going to be able to go and farm or walk the dog.
Which apparently is what Twitter wants us to talk to. All right, that's really good there. Now we've got to get those turrets repaired.
They got to get reloaded. Yeah, I mean, those 2 turrets have no ammo whatsoever. It's really going to hurt them.
All right.
So here we go.
Hit the deck, kids.
Okay. Spike got stuck. Get out of there.
That was a good roll, but it hurt.
Yeah. Sometimes
here it comes, and it just consumed her.
Inside.
So now her character is inside. And
they got her out. They got her out.
How do you get her out?
Yeah, you got to shoot the belly. You got to shoot the belly until it opens and it lets her out. And so the Cream there was able to get her out, which was huge. Like that's a huge. Like I said, I mean, FemStep is probably the best player on the team, and I think they need, they want to, especially as a scout with her class. Right. Like you need that energy. You need that person to go around and picking up that stuff and feeding the engineers. So it's really important.
Oh, there's somebody coming around on him here.
Yeah, they got those drone elites. You got to watch them.
Now, I think I want to have. They apparently have set up in 2 different areas, right? Well, that's the point out. It's important to note that the 2 teams are playing on the same map.
The thing about the game is like with that emergent gameplay, because you can put the fabricator anywhere you want.
Right.
It's up to you to decide where you want to fortify. You can put it in a spawn, but again, you're kind of doing it in a dead end with no escape. You can take the high ground. You can do whatever you want, really, and that's one of the things we really want to bring back with Horde 3.0. Is like let the players choose where they want to defend. Let the players discover it. Like it's all about it, right? So,
all right, looks like things are getting a little rough on Team FemStep. Let's go to Gold Glove. They're currently at level 46, chewing their way through. They're reviving.
Yeah, and again, you see the Deadeye Sniper into the M-bars. That 2.5 max gives you 2.5 damage. If you're out of cover for too long, you are likely to get tagged. So,
you can see they repaired those turrets.
Playing out of from cover.
You can see they repaired the turrets. Gold Glove came back in, and
there's a nice headshot there. Getting rid of a Deadeye, which is really important. And you can see them, they kind of go out, they push the limit, and then they'll roll or crawl back in behind the laser fence.
Yeah, so. and let the turret kind of mop up what's left.
Yeah, but now, again, we're starting to see a push on the left side by the enemy, so the barrier over there is about half health. The sentry is starting to get a little low on ammo, so the engineers are really going to have to make sure to keep an eye on that left side.
You can see the ammo, you can see the ammo line at the bottom there. That's the blue line below where it says kills 50. So they've got to get that thing refilled because it's been super critical as the enemy makes it down those stairs and into sight. We have 4 enemies left.
That Cyan's dangerous, though. That's a blue shot. He could wipe the whole team with 1 shot here.
Yeah, so
they stay too close. They could end up losing everybody.
You see the engineers. There we go. 46 complete. Well done.
They're making a real strong push here. Real strong push.
They've got some stuff in the bank. They're doing really well. Team FemStep is over here. They are currently sitting at level wave 40. They're set up in a different part of the map. It looks like it's a little more open. There's other more. They can get surprised a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, they gave them. I like that they sort of allowed themselves to have that retreat. They kept the room in the back as sort of place to fall back to. So it's good to be sort of this far forward, but again, I just didn't think they got the engineer support they needed in order to get the fortifications they needed to.
I want to point out we just saw. Oh, that was tough. We just saw one of the AI using one of the human players as a meat shield.
Yes,
okay, I just want to make sure if you roll it back if you're at home, because it's quite impressive. And then we're going to see this, and that's ow, headache.
That's one of the things that with the drone elite, has an AI that is much more like the multiplayer players. So they do a lot more of those sorts of techniques. That idea of taking a meat shield, the way that they can bounce around. Like when you get to higher levels, it's AI very nimble. And they play a lot like a human player. So
all right, look at this bouncer.
Yeah, you really want to try to interrupt those jumps. You want to make sure you don't get caught with those quills because you try to toe-to-toe it. Again, 2.5 damage, 2.5 accuracy. Those quills will tear you up.
This is my kind of style of gameplay where you've got this fortification, you've got this safe area, you can come back and kind of reload and kind of just take a moment while the turrets are just machines and are ripping them apart.
Yeah, like I'm not sure off the top of my head what it costs to get another sentry at this point or to get a shock sentry, but as soon as they get enough money or energy in the bank, they should definitely be investing because they're getting a lot of value. You saw that each sentry's got over 50 kills apiece. Like you need to have those fortifications working for you. Imagine that you don't have those, and now the team has to get those 100 kills. Like it's just a lot of work. It can be done, but it's a lot of work.
I can't believe this again.
So we see Gold Glove again trying to use that M-bar to full effect. And again, he's getting tagged from long range because of that accuracy.
You see a little bit of buzzkill action coming in here as well. If you look sharp, you can see them, right?
Oh yeah, look, the Scions are coming in. They're the heavies. They're bringing the room shot. They're bringing the buzzkill, and really that's what kind of Gold Glove's job is at this point: to take out the heavies before they become too big of a threat. But they've done a good job. They moved the sentry forward, close to the wire.
They're refilling them. They're healing them.
Yeah, they just got to get enough energy to keep it. With 15,000 in the bank, they have plenty to keep that engineer fed.
Yeah.
So that's what's the important thing here at this point.
You're just tuning in, you're watching Horde 3.0, Gears of War 4. My name is Larry here of Xbox Live. Adrian Nelson sitting here with Rod Ferguson from the Coalition. He and I, no, we are not doing a telethon. We are on our way, the first of 50. And it's been a heck of a road, hasn't it?
What a 50 it's been. It's amazing. We're at 47 of 50 right now on Team Gold Glove.
Yep.
Team Femstep have hit a spike in difficulty with the boss wave of 40, but they are fighters. They did an amazing job getting through 20 and taking it all the way from 20 to 40. So their skill is carrying them along. It's amazing to watch.
Got to get that engineer in to fix that, to fill up those
sentries are
those
empty.
turrets.
I think, I don't know if the engineer's the ones down there in the corner.
Now you'll notice the red bar in the upper left-hand corner, that's getting lower. Once that's the number of enemies left in the wave. Once it gets down to 5, you'll see the numerical equivalent there. Now when they gets to 5, those enemy get very aggressive and they'll just charge right in on us.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing about those red laser barriers. That helps with that sort of that bonsai charge they do here at the end. So the thing is that they're keeping the distance. Like again, 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage. Everything is pretty much lethal at this point. There's not a lot of DB&O'ing going on the side.
There we go.
There's a nice headshot, and we're down to 4. We really need to get that scout. Look at all that energy. We need to get double
that scout has to get out there and get out there now. Now you notice those turrets, they're down because they're empty. We've got to get them filled. If they were filled right now, then this round would be over.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think once they pick up this energy, they're going to go walk the dog and pick up their energy, and then they're going to be able to let the engineer, when the engineer comes back, to fill up theirs and repair these sentries.
There we go, 47.
47.
47. Team Gold Glove is 47. We are getting close. It's what an exciting evening it's been. I can't even begin to tell you how excited this has been. It's just we've seen it go both ways. We're starting 48. Rod.
Here we go back on Team Femstep. They're trying to push their way through 40. It looks like Guy Blaze is. Femstep is out, so we're looking at Guy Blaze through her camera. Looks like Guy is about to go right here, pop up, and out he goes.
Out he goes. That's unfortunate.
That's
it's Femstep there. But you know what, Rod? I got to tell you, we saw them hit 20. We saw them try to get through. They played it time and time again. They finally got through it, and they picked up speed. That could happen here.
Totally. I mean, much the way that Femstep is grinding against 40, this could happen to this Team Gold Glove at 50. Although they've been smart, they're holding on to their airdrops.
Yep, you see them sitting there.
Pay off for them later waves.
All right, we've got a bonus objective in the upper left-hand corner.
I think at this point, with all that's going on right now, the notion of running out with a chainsaw or a retro charge, I think that'd be kind of a little bit foolish.
Feels reckless. It feels reckless.
Yeah, it's putting yourself out there in a threat you don't need. You already have a couple airdrops in the bank. You don't need a second set, so I think it's better to just sit behind, cover, chip away at them, and go from there. Gold Glove is just doing awesome.
Yeah,
awesome
I think he really likes this new sniper.
I think he likes the MR, I agree.
Yeah.
He's just explosive headshot after explosive headshot. Again, the thing for him is that, it's good to get these Grenadiers out of the way, but it's the bigger guys. The Scions got to pop, and then the DR1s are the ones that he has to pop, the bigger ones.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think they're going to focus on the objective that you indicated earlier, and there's just no. I'm sure it's a very risky reward.
Yeah, the risk is not worth it. It's just not worth the reward, especially since they already have. If they didn't have airdrops and they're about to make a push into 50, I'd say absolutely, you need those crates, but they've already got a couple, so I think they've got enough to get there if they can survive without losing too much.
Do you think Team Gold Glove is saving that airdrop we see right there on the screen? They're saving it for 50.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think when you got a 2.5, 2.5, you're double 2.5 damage, 2.5 action, 2.5 health, area or snatcher coming. If you can get 5 rocket launchers trained on that boss, then you want that. So I think they're hoping that airdrop is 5 salvos, and they're just going to bring it all to bear on the boss.
Yep. See that. See the swarm drone coming in here.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Taking that Scion out.
Yep, that's a nice shot.
And he actually got a double. The Scion, headshot actually took off just the swarm drone next to him. It really pays off. All
right, we're getting into a dangerous territory. If you notice those blue bars below each of those turrets, they're getting low. You can see they're starting to reposition the turrets now.
Yeah, they're getting set up for 49. I think they're expecting a little bit of trouble on 49, so they don't want to lose anything going into the boss wave. So I think they're trying to be a little bit.
Oh, we saw this strategy before.
Yeah, where Gold Glove
point him at
put a
the
barrier
wall.
in the corner.
Point him at the wall, gentlemen and ladies.
You know, I guess I can mock all I want. That's working for him. So what can I say?
Uh-oh. That's
You just gotta be careful with this walking the dog thing too far, because at this level, like, anybody can take you out. So you gotta be really careful.
So we've got one enemy left. There.
He's DB&O, so they're just gonna. Oh, and he bled out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
48 complete. We're getting there.
I can feel it. It's getting close.
Team FemStep is sitting at wave 40.
But they're doing the same technique as 20. If you look, they're already up to 19,000 in the Fabricator. I mean, to get to that level of energy in the Fabricator, it means that they've been just going and going like, you know what? This isn't the time. We're just going to grind, collect, and then at the right moment, we're going to pick that. That's going to be the moment. So I would, I would look and see if you can get to find one where you get a carrier, which is what they have now, and I think that might be the best one because I think the Snatcher's tricky. So I think the carrier would be the right moment, which could be now.
There we go.
So FemStep's out there again, frontlining, making sure she can get all the energy she can, so that the team can rebound off this
Team
sort
Gold
of being
Glove.
stuck at 40.
They're looking at those heavy weapons. They like them.
Yeah, it's just sometimes one of the things about an airborne enemy, if you take it down on the wrong thing, sometimes that stuff falls in a bad place where you can't quite get to it.
All right, so we're sitting here at level 49, Rod. What's going through their minds?
It's just basically at this point you want to feel like you're sorry, just seeing the drop shot coming. Oh, there, see, headshot, drop shot.
Yeah.
Double that 2.5 accuracy is going to take you out. You got to be really careful. But I mean, it's again, you got to just stick to the plan. The snipers should be taking down the Scions and all the big enemies from a distance. You want to be setting yourselves up for that big push at 50. You want to make sure you don't lose too many fortifications in the process, because again, as we saw, once you lose the momentum and you start falling behind that energy in the power curve on that, you can be stuck and not be able to progress.
Now you notice, looks like they were switching weapons there.
Yeah, they were just basically just calling for, hey, I'm out of ammo on my sniper, and we're like, well, here, how to take mine. You know, it's one of the great things you can do in the game is you could actually trade off weapons and again store into the weapon block and those sorts of things.
Now, Rod has talked time and time again in Horde 3.0, it is critical that each of the classes plays their role. So at this point, the engineer has got to get in there. He's the one that can repair and refill those turrets, which have been so critical going along. So you can see one of those turrets on the left is almost dry. The one at the center is almost dry. They've got to refill those things because they've been really, really, really contributing to the success here of this team.
Yeah, you can see the two previous ones are like they have a 65 and a 61. The new one they got placed has already got 5 kills. It's just
one over here that has 4 kills. Is it pointing at the wall?
Yeah, well, that one they just placed that third one, which we were talking about.
Does it reset when you put them back down?
No, when you pick them up and move them, it doesn't reset the count.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So basically, though, it gets to a point where it gets really hostile for the engineers. So it's even if you want to go out there and you want to repair it, it can be a problem to get out there and do it. So.
All right, they're at level 49. They're taking out some of the bigger ones here.
Yeah, they're on the right side of this curve now. You can see they're already beyond the halfway point. They're down to probably a quarter of the enemy left, and so they should be feeling pretty good at this point. They just got to make sure to go like the Scion Mulcher. Remember what I talked about? 2.5. Yeah, the sentries are doing it, taking that out for them. So you can see the sentry kill there. Just took out the Grenadier, just took out the Mulcher.
You can see the engineer is doing exactly what he should be doing in the middle there first. So he's moving it, but he's also repairing it.
Yeah, and one of the things you can do, like they're already at the top at the level 4, but when you pick up a fortification, if it isn't already at max level, you can upgrade it and put it back down. So
and also, let's point out, with the active reload, you can see that just on the upper right-hand corner, all the weapons have active reload. And it's kind of a mini game that people remember from Gears, where where you can load it right on the point. It kind of gives you a little buff on the ammo, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it can, different active reloads give different benefits for doing it, but you definitely want to get good at nailing, especially if you're the soldier. There's actually skills that play into the active reload, so that if you're good at active reload, you can do a lot of damage.
Now here he is. Look at this. He's hiding it back here.
Get this
They've got one enemy left.
I don't know if they're gonna. I wonder if they're going to purposely fail 50 to make some more money? That can't be right.
All right, we've got this Scion Vulture coming in here. He's done so the last enemy left, and then we're right now we're on the doorstep of 50.
Yep, and I've got to be careful. This Mulcher could take them all out. Like, he's not messing around. If they get too cocky with this Mulcher, it could be over.
Look at him. He's wandering around looking for him.
Closing on him. Now, they're trying to let the scout go around and pick it all up, but I'm just saying, 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage. He just has to look at you like that. He just took out Cody. He just looked at Cody, and so you gotta be really careful.
Just what I need.
Picking up ammo.
Yeah, picking up ammo. Just getting ready. They're walking the dog now.
Right. Here we go. Just gotta watch. They're playing with fire right now.
Yeah, this is they are pulling the tiger's tail.
What's happened is the sentries.
Yeah, see what happens. Look at that.
That's 2 of them down, and the sentries are out of ammo, so they're not going to help. So it's down to the 3 of them now.
Yeah, this is this.
I'm telling you, they're playing with fire here. There you go.
That's it. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Wave 49 is complete with Team Gold Glove. They are getting ready. They're right now stepping into 50, and it's incredible how far we've come so far in what we've seen in this gameplay, Rod.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, they went down to a place where they had nothing. No fortifications, a bare playing field, but they had a lot of energy in the bank. You know, they stockpiled, like, what did we see, something like 50,000 energy.
Yep.
And
here we go.
And they just did a push. They just
went
down
level 50. Here we go, Team Gold Glove. They've got those turrets. They've been set up in this position. Looks familiar. They've had tremendous success with them. I don't see. There we go. So we've got those laser fortifications at the top of the steps there. They're moving another one into place. No more. This is critical. The engineer is critical. They're all critical, but the engineer can't get sidetracked by trying to get kills. He's got to keep those turrets healthy.
Absolutely. That's the big thing now is let them come to you, pull them in into sort of your killing zone with these sentries, and just pay attention to the boss. So it's a carrier. You can tell by the cankers attacking from range. And the big thing is to be, again, that splash damage with the 2.5 damage, you're going to want to pop them in the air.
Right.
If you don't, it's going to get real messy real fast inside.
Now, we have not seen the level boss yet, have we?
I thought I saw the splash of the carrier.
Oh, there we go.
So you can see that sentry's trying to do work on that carrier.
But look at that, he's just going to come in here now. He can take those sentries out, can't he?
Yeah, he's going to do his Hulk smash, and he's going to start. And that's where you're going to see these guys start pulling their sentries back. Because they're like, this thing is getting way too close.
There is a lot going on.
And now
they
got drop shots coming in. There's the cankers.
That's that acid. Get out of the acid. That's a good move. That is a smart move to get out of the acid. You can see he's
tankers coming in. We gotta shoot those out of the sky.
Yeah, we gotta shoot those out of the sky.
Don't go into the poison, but don't go into the acid.
Yeah, don't go into.
Okay, there you go.
Don't go into the light, kids. All right, so he's now inside. He's ripping apart the. Looks like all of the. We still have one of the turrets up. That other turret is up.
2 sentries are down.
Yeah, so they are now backed into a corner.
Yeah,
this is the nightmare scenario that we talked about a little bit earlier. Where
they gotta stay mobile. If they can keep the carrier kind of spinning and play.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Get out
of the way. Yeah.
Oh.
This
so
that
close.
was tough.
This is the nightmare scenario right here, where they just saw that whole bunch of energy just got destroyed, and those sentries. It's going to be hard to replace all those sentries. So yeah, if we can get FemSteph and if they can push through to 41, this is their time to do the catch up right here.
Because all right, they failed at level 40 here, Team FemSteph. All right, Team Gold Glove is looking. They're taking. They've got 15 seconds, 14 to 12 until the wave begins. They're going out.
Yeah, again, this is the problem, right? If they fail on 50 again, that might be almost unrecoverable.
They've still got that airdrop sitting there, Rod. We don't know what's in there, but
I would have thought they would have popped that one, in the carrier.
Looks like they're going to do it.
I think they're going to do it. Let's see what they're hoping for. They're praying for are the 5 salvos.
Nope, they're not going to do it. So this may be a real, in case of emergency, break glass situation.
Yeah, there's something going on with that one. So I just think there's.
Nice shot.
They got 38,000 in the bank. I think they're going to attempt a similar scenario they had at 40. I think they're going to play this one clean.
Yep.
I think they're probably going to get wiped.
We've got 3 people down now.
Yeah, I think they're going to wipe, and they're going to continue to try to put some stuff in the bank.
Yep.
So I think they're just going to keep putting stuff in the bank for a little bit, and then go back and try to do another, hey, let's do a fresh run, get a couple more sentries and go again. So I think they go as far as they can without really building anything. But I mean, on their own, you can see that 2.5 accuracy on a buzzkill. It's just going to tear you up. And there's the cankers.
You know what? Just when you have everybody down, you want the
drop
canker.
Shot.
You want the canker to come in and vomit acid into your party. That is difficult. All right, you can see they've got about 38,000 energies there. Oh, we got a swarm inside.
Oh, there's the carriers taking him out. I'm telling you, and here comes the drone.
And he's going to take care of that. Ow, ow, ow.
And Oscar is no more. I think we're down to...
No, so this is what we saw last time. They backed him into the corner. They just really surrounded and then they rushed him.
And this is tough because Follow's playing a scout and he's got a lot of, short-range weapons stuff, and it's not going to help.
He may be in the wrong class, in the wrong place. Oh, there we go. Got lucky. Wrong.
And there you go.
That's what happens.
Melee to the face. So they just got to settle in now. I think they have enough energy in the bank. They can bring it now. They just got to turn it on, put down the 2 big sentries.
So that's what you would do right now. You'd bring down the sentries, throw up a couple, kind of basically put them back where they were before.
Yeah, that would be. I thought they were doing. The thing maybe where they might have failed was they didn't have the turrets.
Yeah.
Right. Like they had great success before with the man turret.
Yeah. And
I think they could have, if they had that before, I think that was a chance, to bring it all back.
All right, so they got about 8 seconds until the wave starts. When will the boss spawn in? Will it come right at the top, or is it random when it spawns in throughout the map?
It generally comes at the top. Like you'll do it, you'll get one, and you'll get a bunch of support minions as well. So it kind of keeps you on your toes. But again, if you're too effective and you take out that boss right away, there's enough points left in order to pick what to spawn next that you could get a second boss. So what you kind of want to do is you want to kind of harvest the minions, use up those points, get that red bar to go down, and then when you kill the boss, then the second boss can't come back in.
See that carrier's coming on the left side, and Gold Glove is using his sniping capabilities to try to wait for that position, wait for that section to open up when the carrier pulls back.
Yeah, and they really have no investment right now in where they're defending, so I think that allows them to be mobile. I think what happens now is that as they're pushing, if they feel like the carrier is coming in the left, I think they could escape out the right, basically set the same kind of defense they have on the other side because it's a symmetrical map, and just kind of keep mobile like that right now. They don't have any sentries, they don't have any barriers. There's no reason to live in this corner.
Now what's interesting is we've seen them taking on that boss, but they really got to worry about it now. The boss is too close.
Right at this point.
Here he is. The boss is in. If they get backed into a corner again, there's no way out.
Yeah, they don't have the. Ooh, that was so close.
Yeah.
And he's down.
Yeah. So
yeah.
This is
I think they're just trying to harvest a little bit because they're not spending any energy.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to avoid going into that place where you can never recover. Like we have no energy and no fortification. So I think they're like, hey, we've got 40,000 in the bank. Let's just harvest for a little bit, get ahead of that power curve,
it's okay,
and then come back in full. Because you can see that energy is still on the ground there from their previous kills, so they can go around and collect that and get a little bit more in the bank.
Is this, we're seeing in the upper left-hand corner there, the fabricator, the amount they've got in the fabricator, is that a good number at this point at wave 50? Or would you like to see more?
No, I mean, you always want to see more, but it's about, without seeing the fabricator UI, yes, Gold Glove, I know, I don't know why that's doing that. You always want to have more, but it's hard to tell like how far away what they're saving up for.
Sure.
You know, if it's 40,000 for a turret or 40,000 for a, for shock turret. But it's about again how you use your fortification. We didn't see a lot of decoy play. We didn't see a lot of combinations of fortification play that you see people who know the mode really well. So I think part of this is just this challenge is because it's the first time they play. If you play for the first time when you get it on October 7th, you're going to say, you know what, I need to learn this. I'm going to play it on casual.
Right.
And then you'll go through and learn techniques and strategies, and then you're going to go up to normal. And then when you come to hardcore, you're coming after playing several rounds of it. So for them to come in cold at hardcore as their first experience playing, and to get to 50 and to get to 40, it's amazing what they've been able to do with their first time playing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a big push.
Yeah, I was worried Gold Glove got caught.
Look at that Grenadier just taking this like, oh.
Yeah. He got caught with a long-range weapon in a close range.
Yeah, I
fight.
mean,
That's
the
just
Swarm
not gonna
Grenadier had the shotgun, and again, 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage. That shotgun's going to tear them apart.
All right, back over to Team FemStep, sitting at level 40. They see that boss, they're just laying into it. Now you'll notice that Team FemStep, they just don't have quite the fortifications that the other team did, but you know, okay, we can see a little bit of what they've got back here, but they kind of made a conscious decision here. They've been a little bit more scrappier.
Yeah, they've been relying on their like hand-eye coordination. Oh, don't run into it.
Don't run into it.
And it's actually served them really well. I mean, that shows the caliber of play, like how good they're playing.
Right.
Is that they're able to get this far on.
No.
Oh, squish your head.
Ouch.
So the fact that they got this far, just being talented at the game, is amazing. But I think when the game comes out and they're going back into this, I think they're going to find they're going to play a lot more sort of strategically around, hey, what do we need to build? How do we build it? How do we create lanes where we're funneling enemies into it that the sentries can take out for us, and relying a lot more on their fortifications.
Here we go. We just about to start Wave 50. First to 50 tuning in right now in the arena at PAX West. My name is Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I'm sitting here with Rod Ferguson from the Coalition. Gears of War 4 out in October.
October 7th, early access if you get the Ultimate Edition. October 11th for everything else.
You'll be able to play this and much more. Now, what you're not seeing is you're not seeing some of the other bosses that are in here because you've purposely not included them.
Well, we want to have a few secrets in the game, right?
So
we've kept some stuff out of this, and some of the stuff you are seeing is some exclusive content. You're seeing here Zombie Dom.
Yep.
You're seeing Old Man Marcus. You're seeing Tomorrow Anya. Those are characters that you can only get through pre-ordering, whether you pre-order at a retailer or pre-order digitally online. That's the only way to get these. These are exclusive. They're not time exclusives. They're not going to come out at a later date. These are pre-order only. So if you want to get Zombie Dom, you want to get Old Man Marcus, please go ahead and pre-order. And then if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, you get to play on October 7th and get a bunch of other cool things like Vintage JD, Vintage Dell, and a bunch of other weapon skins, a lot of cool stuff.
All right, we're seeing this level 50. This is the last level. You see they're chewing it through. Have we seen the boss yet? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen.
They're trying to protect their friend there. All right, let's get them up. Good. Let's get that team back in action, guys.
Back up. You need that sniper. They've got a sentry in place, so they spent all their money. This is their push.
Yeah,
they're down to 2,000 energy here. Why they're not popping that loot crate, I don't know. Well, that airdrop is something they should be really trying to take advantage of.
That airdrop is staring at them. Come on, guys. There's no shame in popping it. There is no shame.
They got to get these cankers in the air. They got to pop these cankers in the air. There you go.
Yeah, all right,
so
he's now inside. We've seen this time and
Somebody
time
should
again.
be pulling that sentry back. Somebody should be risking it all and pulling, because that's going to take out the sentry. A couple more smashes like that, and that sentry's gone. They got it. There we go. Oh!
Yeah, that's exactly what we don't want at this point in the game.
Yeah, no, we needed that sentry doing its work. And we've got to be careful. The skankers coming in, guys. Get out of there.
Skankers, get out of there. Roll out. Roll.
Okay, they're being pressed by a guardian. A grenadier.
Okay, now we're kind of in this acid corner.
Run.
Get out of there.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Get behind it. Get behind it. Michael, Glove, you got this.
We've got a world of hurt going on right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so close. So close. That was their big push too, because they spent all that energy.
They spent all that money. They spent all that energy, and is it possible to get past 50 without any of that energy?
I don't know at this point.
Has it been done?
Oh, I mean, it's totally been done. It's about your progression. It's about being the right level. You know, when you play an RPG and you go into an area, you're level 1 and you're fighting monsters and they want you to be killing rats. Like, sometimes
Are you that guy that stays there and because I'm that guy.
Maybe a little while. I'm that guy too. But part of it is just knowing when to go and make that charge. Like, what are the skills? Like, when you have 5 skills to bring to bear, that you're a different kind of class than when you have 3 skills to bring to bear. So, you can imagine, and then you can level up the skills. So, where you might have a 10% bonus at level 1 on that skill, getting it up to like a 50% bonus on level 4 or level 5, that's an important difference. So, getting like a full set of skills that are fully leveled up, you can tear through insane. They do it all the time at the Coalition. So, it's all possible. It's all about how you manage your progression and where you decide to go deep versus wide.
Now we're back here watching Team FemSteph. They're kind of stalled at level 40. They're scrappy. They're doing the best they can.
Never give up, never surrender.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there. She's doing an amazing job keeping the team motivated, and they just don't give up. It's really impressive.
It's been quite an exciting evening, Rod. I got to tell you, we've seen some incredible gameplay. It's been wonderful to see Horde 3.0. The most we've seen of the game so far of this mode.
Yeah, we're getting to see all 50 waves. I mean, obviously the dream scenario here is that Gold Glove or FemSteph are able to push all the way through 50. But we're actually getting to see all 50 waves, which is really exciting. Again, if you come to PAX, you get to play, but it's only the first 10 waves, and so this is the first time outside of the Coalition I'm getting to see 50 waves played by somebody who's not employed by the Coalition.
All right, we've got a little bit of a problem here. The Snatcher and yeah, things are not going well.
I mean, he's undead, so I can't imagine that hurts too much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the benefits of being a zombie, I'd have to imagine, is getting your head smashed.
Right.
It doesn't really hurt all that much.
So we're back over here to Team FemSteph.
Trying to get past 40. I don't know. I would love to understand what they're saying over there. I'd love to hear like what the thought is, like how they're going to change it up.
Yeah, I mean they're slowly increasing their. Oh, that buzzkill rod. That is a weapon to be reckoned with.
It's great as a player. Like I love wielding that weapon, but when you got two.
When you're on the receiving end of that, it hurts.
It hurts a lot, yeah.
And you can see it coming in. There's those visual cues of it coming in.
Well, and the fact that it bounces, so even if you're like, I can sidestep it a little bit, it's going to hit the wall behind you and bounce back and hit you in the back of the head. So you really got to get out of the way when you see that buzzkill coming in.
All right. Team FemSteph is on level 40. You've seen they've unfortunately failed the wave. They're going to try again.
But, I mean, what passion to be able to keep pushing through and keep pushing, just never giving up. It's so impressive. See tomorrow Anya running out. And again, they're at a place now where it's just they don't have enough money to really do much from a fortification standpoint.
Yeah, they're really in a little bit of a deficit position right now.
Yeah, if they're not going to be able to progress, they need to be able to like start stockpiling energy.
You can see the boss straight ahead coming in. What boss is that, Rod? Let's take a look. She's going over here to the right-hand side. Way right.
Yeah, I mean, they need to. I think they, much as they say, like you got to be careful with the boom shot wiping whole teams and stuff. I think one of the things they really want to do is kind of get that roving death squad. I think getting team fire is going to be important. One person trying to take on, like going toe-to-toe with any of these things is just, they're so damaging with the double.
Yeah, it's just deadly. Damage. See, I'm worried here because the team is grouping.
Well, I think they might need to, they need to focus fire. We need multiple players focusing on the same enemy, right? That's the big thing they need to do. So I think if they could do that, then I think they might have a chance here. But they really need to find a way to just get more energy into the bank so they can start building some more.
Oh, that was unfortunate. She went over to rescue her teammate and then just got completely taken out.
Yeah, see, like it's so damaging at that level. Like it's crazy. And that's why I say at this point you really want to be. I think we're seeing a rally. I think they've been stuck at 50. They again taking advantage of those.
What's going on here?
I recognize this. I think we're going to do one last push to see if they can do it. We're running out of time.
It's a very intimate moment we're seeing right here on screen.
Yeah, it's a team group hug. But if it works, it's awesome. I know they've done great teamwork to get all the way to 50. No one else outside the coalition has done this, especially on a hardcore coming in cold. It's been super impressive to watch both teams, perform the way they have. And I think with time running out, I think we're doing one last push, and I think we're going to see what they can do.
We saw them. We're going back to Team FemSteph.
They're making good progress. I mean, look, they're already like I'd say 20% in, but it just whenever they go toe-to-toe with the boss, it's just
those bosses are just ridiculous. Oh, this is
yeah, and this is the squish right there. Oh, that's just unfortunate.
All right, we're going to get back over to see how the other team's doing and see if they're going to approach in there 50.
I think this is it. I think this is our last push for them to see if they can actually beat 50.
They had a little. They took a pause. They paused the game. They probably had a bio break. They got something to drink. They have had their pep talk, and now it's time. Oh, now look at this. They're moving the fortifications out of that cove.
Yeah, they're giving themselves some room to move. So yeah, and they're trying to get that center. They have so few fortifications. They're trying to take advantage and give the one that they have the greatest chance for their success.
Yeah, to help do the most. Okay, so you can see the boss. What boss is that coming in from the left?
It looked like, yep, carrier. You can tell by the cankers in the air. There you go. You can go. Carrier is already taken out Cody.
It's just deadly with that sniper. He's doing some wonderful damage.
Yeah, it's been a huge boon for them. Be able to take out the heavies because of that. You can see those explosive headshots. It's been one of the key factors, I think, in their success. Goldglove's ability to take out those heavies with the sniper at long range.
Now they took a chance on moving that that sentry up to midfield, and it looks like that sentry is out now. So that was the problem. They brought it into up to do the damage, and it was doing the damage, but there's too much focus fire by the enemies.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see what's going on here, and
it's not looking good at this point, and I think that was it. I think that was their final push, like to try to see if they could do it.
All right, well, after something on the order of 5 hours, 4 hours,
something like that. I think it's about exactly 5 hours.
It's been a heck of a time tonight, and we're being told that it's the first 250.
Yeah, I mean it was going to be great if they could get through it. 50. It's been amazing to see that we had the sort of FemSteph come go against Goldglove, bringing their two teams together. The way they rallied, going into choosing to take hardcore. Choosing to have a harder fight at it, going into a mode they hadn't had a lot of practice to play with, and not knowing all the strategies, and stepping up and taking as far as they had. It's just amazing to watch.
Yeah, and Team FemSteph, they hit a wall at 20. They were persistent. They were going. They got it. They caught up.
40 to 40. Like they had a 15 wave deficit, and they went 40 to 40. Like they were toe to toe. It was amazing to watch, right? To see the tenacity of FemSteph and her team. It was and the skill again. Like she did not rely on the fortifications the way that Goldglove did, and they were just doing it by willpower and heart, and they were able to carry it all the way to 40. It was amazing to watch, and it was just a great event. Like for me, to be part of it, I'm sure for Ryan and Prince as well, to see this thing that we've created and be able to see it for the first time played outside of our hands. It was great.
All right, well, we're going to throw it over to the stage. Rod Ferguson from the Coalition. I'm Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. We want to thank you for joining us. But right now, we're going to go to the stage. And Jess, how are things going?
I just want to say congratulations to Team Goldglove. You are first to 50. Excellent job, you guys and Milady. You killed it. Congratulations again, guys. I want to thank all of you here and watching at home for joining us here for Horde 3.0 with Team Goldglove winning the first to 50. We have a lot more Gears of War 4 happening tomorrow night here at the PAX Arena. Make sure and come back to watch for more. We'll see you all later, and good night.